What's going on, everybody, and welcome to day 23 of our Juniper Networking series. In today's live, we're going to first talk about IP version 6, and then we're going to hop onto the CLI and configure IP version 6 addresses on our interfaces. And this is going to segue us into day 24's video, so make sure that you stay tuned till tomorrow. But IP version 6 is the successor to IPv4. IPv4 has a 32-bit address space. And as of today, and years before today, to really be honest, IPv4 addresses have been exhausted. So the IETF, they were taking a look at this as the internet was growing years ago, and they knew that this problem was going to arise. So they got ahead of it, and they developed a protocol that we use in today's network sometimes, and that is IP version 6. IPv6 has a 128-bit address space. So it gives us a lot more addresses that we can use as we continue to grow the internet and move into our digital space. By default, IP version 4 and IP version 6 are not compatible. There have been technologies developed to allow this to occur and get around this, such as using 6 and 4, which really uses a tunnel. You can use tunneling and networking to get around almost anything, but that is a more advanced topic that we may look at down the road within this series. We're also going to take a look at the different routing tables on our Juniper devices, such as looking at the iNet routing table, the regular IP version 4 routing table, and then taking a look at the iNet 6.0 routing table, which takes a look at our IP version 6 routing table. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the CLI and get into this configuration. Alright, so as you guys can see from the network topology below and also our physical switches right here, we're going to be connecting the GE000 on both interfaces to have IPv6 addresses, and then we're going to ping each side and then check out the routing tables. So let's go ahead and get into our configuration. So first, let's configure the bin switch number 2. So let's do an edit, and let's do a set interfaces GE000 unit 0, and we want to do a family. And if we do a context sensitive help, we can see the different families that we can configure right here. We have the Ethernet switching family, which is for a layer 2 interface. We have the iNet, which is for the regular IP version 4 parameter, but we want to do the family of iNet 6 because we're configuring an IPv6 address. Alright, so iNet 6, and we want to do an address of 2001 colon DB8 colon 1 colon 1 colon colon 1 / 64. Alright, and let's do a show pipe compare. And as we can see, we're just adding the IP version 6 address right here to the gigabit 000 interface. So let's do it. Go ahead and do a commit and quit. Alright, that commit was successful. Let's go ahead and hop onto our other switch and make a similar configuration for its GE000 interface. Alright, let's do an edit. Let's do a set interfaces GE000 unit 0 family iNet 6. We want to do an address of 2001 colon DB8 colon 1 colon 1 colon colon 2 / 64. Let's do a show pipe compare. Show pipe compare. And we can see that we're adding this address right here to our gigabit 000 interface. So let's do a commit and quit. Alright, so that commit was also successful. So now let's take a look at our interfaces. Let's do a show interfaces terse. And we can see right here now on our gigabit 000 interface, it is administratively up. The link is up, so we have link lights. We can see that the protocol family that we have configured this interface in is iNet 6. We can see the globally unique IP address that we configured on this interface, which is 2001 colon DB8 colon 1 colon 1 colon colon 2 / 64. And then we have our link local address that will only be accessible on our local link. And then let's go ahead and plug back. Well, first let's take a look also at our routing table. So let's do a show route. So as we can see, we have two routing tables. We have the iNet.0, which is our IP version 4 routing table that we have highlighted here. And then we have our iNet 6.0 routing table down here. And we can see the information that stays within the IPv6 routing table. So now let's go ahead and plug back into our top switch, take a look at the routing table and this interface information, and see if we can ping our bin switch YouTube. Alright, so now we're back on bin switch number 2. Let's do a show interfaces terse to take a look at our globally unique IP address, which is 2001:db8:1:1:1/64. And then we also have our link local address right here, which is FE80::4241, 71, sorry, and so on and so forth. So let's take a look at our routing table as well. Let's do a show route. And we can see our IP version 4 routing table, which is inet.0. And we see our IP version 6 routing table as well, which is inet 6.0. We can see the information that lays within that. So let's do a ping. And we want to specify that we're doing inet 6. And I hit tab there for a reason, because you can specify inet or inet 6. So we want to make sure that we're pinging the IP version 6 destination. And we want to do it to 2001:1:1:1:2. And we are able to ping our other side of our link, which is bin's YouTube switch. So I appreciate you guys tuning into day 23 of our Juniper Networking series. This was a quick and easy, straight to the point video, but we are going to build off of this video for day 24. So make sure that you stay tuned. But until then, peace out.